Now that I've created this soft jaw and the solid jaw in my assembly, I want to add a fastener hole and fastener to join them. To do that, I'm going to first select this face, and then I'm going to come up to the assembly features drop-down menu, and I'm going to use a hole series. I'm not going to use a hole wizard. I want to use a hole series, which will create hole wizard holes in all the parts I wish joined, and the alignment will be perfect. So I'll select hole series. I've selected this face. Notice my pointer is the pencil with the point tool active, and because I pre-selected the face, I'm sketching on that plane, and I'm going to click once and click again to add 2 holes, and then push the escape key to stop. Then I'm going to select the 2 points, and I'm going to make them horizontal, and I'm going to add a center line to my sketch. So I'll activate center line. I'm going to rotate around so it's easier to see. I'm going to select the origin, and I'm going to create a vertical center line. Push escape to stop that. I'll select each point while holding control on the center line, release control, and I'm going to make these symmetric. And now to finish the sketch, I'll fully define it with dimensions. So I use mouse gestures to activate dimension. And I'm going to tell it from the top down is 1 3/8 inches, and that the center to center distance of the holes is 2 1/4. My sketch is now fully defined. So I'll come back here, tell it I'm done with dimensions. With the hole series, I've chosen create new holes. I could have also used existing holes in parts. Then I'm going to come to the next little tab here. And what I'm going to say is in the first part where I made the sketch, this soft jaw, what type of hole do I want? For the hole type, I'm going to use the counterbore hole, 4 inch socket head cap screw. And I'll set the size to 1/4 and use the normal fit. If I want extra clearance, I can turn it on here just like I would any standard hole wizard hole. The next tab is, are there more than 2 parts? In this case, there aren't. If there were more than 2 parts, I would tell it, do I want a clearance hole in these parts or do I want a clearance slot? It will be auto sized based on the 1/4 inch fastener hole. Then I'm going to come to this tab and I'm going to say in the final part, what type of hole do I want? And I'm going to choose the threaded hole, bottom tapped hole, and it recognized that I started with 1/4 and it's suggesting a 1/4 inch thread, and I do want that. For the end condition, I'm going to say through all. That will put it through this entire part, because I'm also going to create this jaw on the other side and bolt it too. So I've chosen the style display. I'm going to say add the thread callout. What I need to do here, this cell is blue because it wants me to choose what will be the final component. And I'll choose this component. You'll notice how the holes disappeared from this part and they're now here. I'm not going to add the smart fastener because if I make changes later, I find this a frustrating feature that constantly needs updating. So I've set up all the hole types. I started with the position. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to turn off my annotations. And now I have a clearance hole in this part. And in my solid jaw, I have the tapped hole. Both created in the context of the assembly, which is what this arrow is telling me in each case. And down here I see the hole series. With the hole series, SOLIDWORKS always put the visibility of the sketch on. So I'm just going to select it and I'm going to hide that sketch. Now that I've created a hole series and I'm happy with it, I'm going to save my work.